Good afternoon, everybody. This is attorney Michael Moore from the Moore Law Firm, and we are here today to talk about storm claims, ice storm claims, freeze claims, those sorts of things. Happy New Year. This is our first Facebook Live for the year, and we're coming to you today to talk about winter storm claims. So we are back again in the freezing weather all across Texas. The Moore Law Firm is all over Texas. We have offices located in Houston, Texas, and Dallas, Texas, and in South Texas here in McAllen. So today we're going to talk about pipe burst claims. It's very, since we're having in the middle of another big freeze again, everybody's worried like they were last year, PSTD. Everybody's concerned about, again, going through another period where it's cold and there's no electricity and those sorts of things. I know for me personally and my family, we were without electricity for 3 days. It was pretty challenging. So anyways, if you are have had a problem with the pipes, it's pipe burst, of course you're scrambling around trying to find a plumber, but it's very important to go ahead and get your claim called in. The sooner you get it called in, the sooner you can get reimbursed for some of your out-of-pocket expenses. And the first thing you need to do is to go ahead and inspect your property, because when the insurance company when you call the insurance company to report your claim, you need to try to be as well as you can, be specific as you can on the general areas that you have sustained damages. And now it's human nature to say, oh, I'm okay, I'm doing okay, those sorts of things. But when it comes to your property, it's very important that you be as specific as possible and try not to necessarily exaggerate, but not to underestimate the amount of damages, because water causes all kinds of damages to your flooring. If you've got wood floors or if you have tile floors, water is going to damage the wood floors. And then on the tile, for example, the water, what happens is the water seeps underneath the grout, and later on your tiles are going to pop up. So you need to be very specific as much as you possible. Explain where the water is, where it's gone to, and the insurance company is going to want to know what you did to mitigate your damages. Mitigate's a word that's commonly used in the insurance industry, which means is to alleviate or to not make it worse. And of course throw towels down or vacuum up the water or whatever it may be. And the next thing you've got to remember, and I keep on reminding my clients this, is take lots of photographs. Take lots of video. It's very important. I know you're scrambling around at your house or your business trying to clean things up, but to keep it documented, because we've got to explain this at some point in time of the quality of the damages. Because a picture is worth 1,000 words, guys. It makes all the difference, these photographs. Because what happens is later on, a remediation company is going to come in and they're going to tear up the walls, they're going to pull up the tile and the wood floors and stuff, and they clean it all up, but you don't see all the other damages the way it looked at the accident scene, for lack of a better way of saying it. So take lots of photographs. So inspect your property and document your property. It's so important. Call your claim in. Get it in sooner the better. The sooner you get it in, the sooner the insurance company is going to authorize remediation companies to come in and help clean up the water mess, put in dehumidifier fans into the property, and do other sorts of things to make sure the property doesn't get worse. And hopefully the remediation company you use is going to also document that. You may want to ask them, are you guys going to take pictures so that we can submit those to the carrier? It's a fair question to ask, and you're definitely going to want them to do that. And most companies do, because of course they need to document the property so that they can end up getting paid from the insurance company. But you want to get it so the insurance company is paying that remediation company directly versus the remediation company sending you the bill and then you pay the bill. And these things run thousands of dollars, guys. thousands, I mean tens of thousands of dollars, depending how extensive the damages is and those sorts of things. The last thing you want to do is be stuck with the bill that you pay, and now you're going to have to fight the insurance company to get reimbursed. Okay, it's very important. Staying organized. That, get a notepad out and write your claim number on there. Every time you make a phone call to the carrier, every time you talk to an adjuster, just make a quick note of who you talked to and what y'all talked about, okay? It's very important because you're going to want to come back to that later on. Because what happens is they're going to say, for example, you say, oh, I talked to Jane Doe up there and they said that they were going to take care of X, Y, and Z, and now you've got a brand new adjuster. You get passed around from adjuster to adjuster to adjuster, and you end up having to rehash all that history each and every time so that the new adjuster can get up to speed. It's insane. So keep good notes. Insist on trying to keep the same adjusters so you don't have to replow the same history over and over and over again. Take lots of photographs, and at the end of the day, you're going to want to get a second opinion out there. What do I say that? Because the carrier's going to come out at some point and they're going to say, oh, there's coverage or there's no coverage. And if there's coverage for the pipe burst claim, then they're going to submit a what they call an adjustment, and that adjustment is going to talk about what the carrier, your insurance company, believes the amount of damages that you sustain. And 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you guys that the insurance company underpays the claim. Sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's a whole lot. I'm seeing carriers go out there and pay $1,000, and we end up settling a case for property damage only for the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Water damage causes a lot of damage to your house. It's very important that you get that you do all these sorts of things. And we offer a free second opinion. Well, Mr. Moore, what does that mean? It means this. It means you call us up, you give us your claim documents, we send our guys over there, and they will prepare a report or tell us, hey, by the way, the insurance company is treating these people fairly. Oh, by the way, no, they are not. They're off by $24,000 whatever dollars. Here are the pictures that shows everything they missed. And so, anyways, you're going to want that free second opinion, so that at the end of the day, you know that you're being treated fairly, and that your most important asset is being protected and insured, and is going to be put into a pre-loss state of repair. Because that's the whole purpose of insurance, people, is that you are insuring your property in the event there's a loss, that you have some place to go to put your property into a pre-loss condition. And it's not necessarily you're going to remodel the entire house, no, or a building, no. It's to put the property in the condition it was immediately before the loss. And that's the obligation of insurance companies to do that. And now, a lot of times, we see the carriers throw in these exclusions, and they can get very complicated at times. And so, if you run into a situation where the carrier is not going to pay your claim or are reducing the value of the claim, you're definitely going to want to talk to our office here so we can walk you through what those exclusions are and whether or not the exclusion really pertains to your loss. A lot of times, we've seen situations where the insurance company asserts that there's an exclusion. And then when I say exclusion, people, I'm talking about the reason why the insurance company is not going to pay your claim. They call those exclusions. And you're not going to believe this, but the first thing insurance companies do when you call a claim in is to determine whether or not there's even coverage, or whether or not they're going to cover the claim. The insurance companies have to acknowledge whether or not there's coverage for your claim within the first 15 days. Okay? That's the law. They have to accept or deny coverage within 15 days, and they must conduct and conclude an investigation within a reasonable time. That can be up to 45 days. If the insurance company sends you a letter and says, hey, we need these things from you, like, say, receipts, or where you bought something, or how much you bought something for, or where did you get that tile, you need to respond to those requests, because that's the only way to put the timing trigger to start against the insurance company, because the insurance company is going to say, oh, we asked the insured to give us this information and they didn't do it. and therefore the deadline to complete their investigation hasn't started. Now, some of these requests are not reasonable. They're just, they're asking for nominal things. So the sooner that you can respond to that, the better it is. It creates this clock, this deadline clock the insurance companies must comply with. And sometimes you need a lawyer to help you on those sort of things. A lot of times, very important, folks, the insurance company may say they want to conduct an examination under oath. And what that means is the insurance company wants to put you under oath and ask you questions. And if they do that, you're going to want to have a lawyer there to help you, period. We do these all the time. We represent clients through the process, and we make sure the insurance company treats you fairly. Because sometimes we run into situations with insurance company, they perform a scorched or earth sort of examination that has nothing to do with why your pipe burst, or why you have a leak in your roof from a storm, or something. Whatever the claim is, you got to stay focused. Anyways, again, my name is Michael Moore at the Moore Law Firm. We represent clients all over Texas involving storm claims, fire claims, pipe claims, anything to do with property damage and insurance. You're going to want a law firm like us because we have the experience, we have the know-how, we have the experts to take the fight to the insurance company and you to be treated fairly and for you to be put into a pre-loss condition. Again, my name is Michael Moore at the Moore Law Firm. I hope you're having a nice and stay warm afternoon here in Texas. I know it's very cold. We will talk to you again soon, sometime next week, to go ahead to talk a little bit more deeper in pipe claims and other kinds of claims that we can help folks with. Again, this is Michael Moore at the Moore Law Firm, and I hope you have a very nice weekend. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching. For more legal tips and tricks, or to find out if you need a lawyer, check out these videos right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for updates, giveaways, and more free legal resources from Moore Law Firm.